Hey YouTube, so you might remember this room from some of my way earlier videos. If you don't, I'm sorry. The lighting's a little shitty because this light is broken. If you watched my last video, one of the reasons why I'm in this room and not my room is because some of the walls are getting a tad of paint, not a lot, but it's drying and it stinks, so I didn't want to do it in there. Anyway, I'm in here. Once again, I apologize for the lighting. In fact, I kind of like doing videos here. I kind of wish that the lighting was right, but I thought the paint would be dry. Anyway, back to the point. What we are talking about is a comic book, well, a graphic novel, really, in the truest sense. I mean, it's hardback and everything, which is, of course, Watchmen. Yes. Yeah, you may have seen the movie. It's, doesn't exactly follow the book, but The Watchmen, the most celebrated graphic novel I know you got of all time. You probably couldn't see that. You got to take my word for it. Anyway, this is a very important graphic novel or comic for a lot of people because it ended up actually changing the superhero template, if we're going to use that term. It ended up allowing characters to be considerably less good or bad, villains and heroes, and allowed them to be a lot more gray. It also allowed for more violence. The story basically talks about this group of superheroes and kind of after they've been outlawed, basically what happens to them. I don't want to give too much away. Of course, if you're watching this, probably watched the movie at least, so or read it. Yeah, the storyline's very interesting. The characters are unforgettable, and the writing is actually one of the most amazing. This was the first comic book I've read in my life, and it was just incredible. And actually, I got it. I'm gonna go off for a second. Just give me a second. Please bear with me. Actually got, not this one. This is the hardcover one that I ended up buying, but I got a softcover one from a friend named Chelsea, who lent it to me in high school, and she, I always wanted to tell her thanks, but she ended up switching schools and stuff, and she ended up taking one of my books. I ended up lending her Total War by Sun Tzu. I guess if you really want to know the name, it's reversed. And I'm always kind of been pissed that I never got it back. She got hers back, and I had to go buy this. But anyway, back to the point. I'm sorry I got off on that. I should always reference people. It's written by Alan Moore, and David and he's famous for doing also V for Vendetta, if you did not know, and a couple other incredible stories. It's an amazing piece of work, especially the details. Like, it has whole subsections about, facts and stuff. I'm trying to find one real quick. Like, it goes into... Here, I found one. Blood from the Shoulders of the Pals. And this is just just information about the stuff that you need to know about the novel when you're reading it. The other interesting thing is the quotations that he throws in. Like, here, we'll see if we can't find one. Well, he uses the abyss quote, like, the more I stare into the abyss stares into you, and, it's just amazing, the quotations that he throws up. He also throws up different things from, just random stuff, like some of it from Jimi Hendrix or Bob Dylan. I guess it's Bob Dylan, really. And they take all these mini storylines, like they have a whole storyline about a guy reading a comic book. And it's just amazing. I mean, I forget exactly what the story, I guess I could look it up, but I'm not going to. That part I just love, because, I mean, all these world events are taking place, and he's just reading a comic book, and it's the most gory comic book of all time. I mean, like, people are dying in it all over the time, and it's like, it's amazing. But it's like, it's a lot like real life. Like, if shit's really bad, like if there's going to be a nuclear war, what would you do? You'd sit back and read a comic book, you know what I mean? You wouldn't really do anything more different. You know what I mean? It's kind of an interesting take on it. It isn't an alternative universe, or reality, I guess, depending on what you want to call it. Nixon's on his third term. We won Vietnam, I guess, I think. One of the major characters in it is this guy right here. Now, I'm not going to give him very much away. I'll try to keep it brief, but he is this, basically turns into a super weapon for the United States, and he allows for an end of the nuclear threat. And I'm just going to give kind of the brief information about the plot. Basically what ends up happening is he leaves for reasons that are later explained. Basically, the Soviet Union says, well, fuck, let's start invading. And they go to Afghanistan and Pakistan, and it looks like they're going to invade India, and the U.S. is debating whether to nuke them or not. And it looks like it's going to be World War III, and then something happens. Now, I'm not going to tell you what happens, but it's a very good plot twist, in my opinion. The whole, Shawshank, or is his name Shawshank? I don't want to fuck it up because he's like one of my most favorite characters, but I always forget his name. But anyway, it's just an amazing piece of art. You should definitely check it out. I'm not doing it credit. The writing is amazing. The picture quality is good. And there's nothing bad you can really say about it, except there's not a sequel. If you are into comic books, Oscar's on the outside. Check it out. At least go to your library, rent it, hell. I guess not rent it, that's not really what you do at a library, but you get the point. You can also, I think you can illegally watch the movie if you want, or you can rent it on Netflix for how much it is for Netflix, I guess. I think. I'm not sure about the Netflix thing, but you can watch it illegally. And yeah, I mean, at least check out the movie. Watch, the movie. Frankly, I think that the movie is good, but it does not hold a candle to the overall comic book or the novel or whatever the fuck you want to call it. It's an amazing piece of work. And that's basically it. I'm done talking about it. Oh, you may notice I'm wearing the same shirt from yesterday, or the other video. I guess I'm going to post these 2 days apart. But that's because I'm making them back to back. And I still can't talk. So, subscribe, comment, rate if you've read this. I'd love to hear your opinion. If you don't know this, you should check it out and then bitch about it. I'd be happy to hear it. Anyway, I'm dragging this out long enough. Once again, I'm not sure if I said this. I'm pretty sure I did. But subscribe, comment, rate, and have a great day. Bye.